Hey friends, welcome back to Glow Up and Grow Up. I'm Kaitlyn, and today, we are getting real because I don't know about you, but there are days when I feel like a total boss at 10 a.m. And then by 3 p.m., I am falling apart, questioning my life choices, and literally trying not to ugly cry in my fifth iced coffee for the day.
Girl, same. I'm Stacey, and if you're not in your head right now, this is for you. We're peeling back the curtain on what it's really like to run a business, managing kids, laundry, mental breakdowns behind those perfectly polished Instagram posts.
Today, we are talking about the guilt of working too much and sometimes of working too little, the emotional roller coaster, and why giving yourself grace might actually be the secret to the productivity hack that no one talks about. Let's dive in before we need a nap. All right, so we record these on Monday. So, Stacey, how was your weekend? Tell me real quick.
My weekend was great. Sold a house, so that's always good when I can start off my
We love that.
yeah, so sold a house. He was pretty hot too.
All right.
Pretty hot guy. Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
he has a girlfriend, all that. I have a boyfriend, but you know, good looking
we can
guy.
appreciate when men look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he first time home buyer from Long Island, New York.
Okay.
And
From my
yeah.
neck of the woods.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
So, yeah, he's excited.
I love that. We are in total band season. So my weekends belong to the marching band these days, but I love it. Speaking of, okay, so it is September, fall decorations. I like to start putting them up in August. We go back to school August 4th. When do you put up your fall decorations?
Well, I think there's been pumpkin things already in what is it called? What's that one called? Oh my
Home
gosh.
goods?
Home
Home
Goods, and then
goods.
the
TJ
Home Goods,
Maxx.
Hobby Lobby.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, fun fact, my brother lives in the same neighborhood as the founder of Hobby Lobby. Just fun fact.
Do we get a discount?
I don't know, but the distribution center's around the corner from his house in Mustang, Oklahoma, by the way. Mustang,
Okay. All
Oklahoma.
right.
Anyways, fun fact. So, yeah, I think September, early September, but I know a
Yeah.
lot of
I
people
mean, the
start in
pumpkins
August.
have been out since like June,
Yeah,
July.
yeah, yeah.
Like wild.
But there are pink pumpkins now. They have the pink goddesses have come down and they have taken over fall. There's lots of pink
They
pumpkins
have
now.
Halloween is very pink now.
I'm all about the pink pumpkins. I actually have pink pumpkins.
I don't love Halloween. I don't love the scary stuff. It freaks me out since I was a kid. But I do love the pink Halloween.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
get behind that.
I have pink pumpkins.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Well, if you guys have fall decorations up, go post them on our group. I would love to see them. We'll post
Oh yeah.
ours too. We are decorating queens. We love to decorate. So go ahead and go post those. But let's jump into today. Like, just let's start with giving yourself grace. I think that all of this, like, you got to give yourself grace when we're going into this, right? But the truth be told, business is hard, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, Stacey, you've
Mm-hmm.
been running businesses and living your life and raising a child as a single mom. Like, tell us about that. Like, what has that been like for you?
The hardest thing as being a business owner is one, um, you have to bet on yourself. Two, your income when you're just a business owner, if you don't make money, you don't have money. And the other thing I said, the worst thing is three worst things. The other thing is employees. When you have employees and your decisions impact their lives. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's different being a business owner when you're just a business and you're the only employee, right? You're your own boss. That's cool. It's a different level of stress when you have employees that have paychecks and you are solely responsible for their livelihood. At one time, I had 24 employees and they were solely responsible for me to make sure I made payroll every week. And let me tell you what, sometimes I didn't have it. Sometimes, and every business owner that has employees, they have had time. The stress is at a next level stress. They have had that stress where you don't have payroll. And I have had to borrow from friends. I have had to do a payday loan. I have had to do those things to make payroll. And it's very humbling. It's every business owner goes through it and nobody talks about it. Nobody wants to say, oh my God, I just had to borrow money. Like And of course,
Yeah.
paid back immediately. Like, it's just like sometimes there's a day or two or a week that business is slow and you don't have it. It's just a fact. And nobody talks about it because you know why? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And you feel like a failure. And you're not a failure.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my stepdaughters works for a small business and they have like a subscription with the business that she works for.
Hmm.
And it was like the payday was like on the 31st and that subscription goes through on the 1st. And so Friday was the 31st and the owner was like, "I'm going to pay you guys on Monday, blah blah blah." And she was all upset and I pulled her aside and I was like, "Listen, she might not have the money right now. She might need that first of the month
Exactly. Hmm.
subscription to come in. Like, just give her grace. If this happens every week, maybe there's an issue, but give it grace. Like, when the 31st is a Friday and the first is a Saturday, like, you need that to go in your account sometimes. It's hard.
Yeah, I never missed payroll. So I am proud of that. But there are things I had to do that I'm not proud of to make payroll.
Well, never illegal. Let's be honest about that.
No, 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 nothing illegal.
The way you said there are things I've had to do that I'm not proud of. You do live in Las Vegas, Stacey, so
No, never illegal. No, I didn't rob a bank. Not, I did not just, I mean, I didn't like,
you
you
didn't
know,
work at
I,
the pink elephant or the green
yeah,
donkey or whatever it's called.
no, 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 I'm not, no, no, no.
Listen, I always say God didn't make me skinny because I would have been a stripper.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hey,
I
I live in
truly,
Vegas.
that's good money. I would have done it.
Working girls, hey, nothing, no hate against OnlyFans girls, no hate against
Nope.
strippers here in Vegas. They make good money, and I've just never had the body to do that. So I knew that wasn't going to work out for me.
I know.
I had to go to school and be smart. I couldn't be a stripper.
If you love doing it, go for it. If you hate doing it, but you need money, there's
Yeah,
other ways to get money.
yeah.
So,
But anyways, yeah, I would say if you're a business owner and you don't have payroll right now, because there is someone today stressing that they do not have
oh yeah,
payroll. Um, it'll be okay. Like just rethink, regroup. You are the most resourceful person is a business owner. They yeah, I mean, just thinking back to those times were very strong. They were very tough.
oh yeah,
And the stress, the when you can't sleep at night because you don't have payroll and you have to tell employees that you don't have payroll, that there's no other stress. I really don't. I mean, besides death, I don't know what other stress you have when you have other people's livelihoods on your shoulders squarely, especially when you are the boss. Um, Boss babe is a whole new level when you have to sign paychecks. And everyone that's listening that owns a business has had this stress. And if you haven't, God, thank God for you, because
yeah,
that's a stress you don't want. And it's not. And I take accountability. I made some bad decisions. I take accountability for things I could have done better. I never did those mistakes again. So I learned, and I never did them again after I learned what I could have done better. Because in the end, it is your fault. It is your fault. If you don't have payroll, there's no one to blame but yourself.
yeah. When I first started just doing business for myself, I read a book. I can't think of it right now. I'll post it in the show notes or on the website, but um it was like the principles of business or something, and the number one principle was you take radical responsibility for everything.
Yes.
And I always remember there was an example that said, even if you were in a car accident, right, and someone rear-ended you at a red light, it's still your fault for leaving at that time of day, and it's still your fault for, if you were 5 minutes early or 5 minutes late. It doesn't matter what it is, you still did something to cause that action. And so if you just take radical responsibility for everything, and not in a poor me, I'm bad way, but like, yeah, every decision I make ends up somewhere, it changes your whole life. It really is. It weirdly takes weight off your shoulders, honestly, because you don't feel like people are doing things.
You are responsible for every decision that you make,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take accountability for it. And there's consequences for every decision you make, whether good or bad. And I think I had in the beginning, looking back, I had a little victim. Oh, the sales aren't high enough. Oh, like a little victim.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah,
Like, it's natural to feel that way.
yeah. But honestly, I'm so glad I'm past that phase of my life, which is kind of why we talked about in previous episodes of the soft girl era and the boss babe, and
Mm-hmm.
did it. did it, and I respect anyone who's in that era, but I am past that era. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like as women too, like the emotional and mental load of business, um, a lot of the times if you work from home or you have a home office, um, that's stressful because your home is also your office as a woman. And I read one time, I do a lot of reading and listening, but that for women working from home, we can't get our work done or like really pour into work when the house is messy or the laundry is not done or our family's not taken care of. Like just our innate inside of us wants to do that first. Whereas men are providers and they want to work first and take care of the house and the kids later. And so if you during COVID, I feel like this happened to a lot of people, but if you're in a situation where your husband works from home or you work from home, like, and you're like, I don't understand how he can just sit in the mess and work. Like I have to clean first and I can't get to my work until 2 p.m. Um,
Right.
don't feel bad. That's in you. That's
I would
nature.
say if you're working from home and you're running a business, doesn't matter your location, like you should have someone come in and do the cleaning of the house for you once or twice a month. Um, it's a luxury. I have someone that housekeeping comes in twice a month, and that's a luxury. And but honestly, I don't want to do it, and I'm not. I don't have a problem cleaning my house. It's just I'm busy and I don't want
Right.
my time. And so if you're working from home, that doesn't mean you need to be Cinderella. That doesn't mean you can
Mm-mm.
definitely hire someone to help you with tasks that you just don't have time for. It's the most effective use of your time because it is nice when I come home and the house is clean. And here's the thing I think Deanne taught us from LuLaRoe. You're also helping those families. Those
Hmm.
families need work
That's their
too.
business.
Yeah, that's their business. So you're supporting small business when you have someone come in and help you with things that you need. Professional organization. My friend owns a professional organization business. She came in and organized me, and that was life changing. If you've never had that done, it's expensive, but it changes your life. My closet was a disaster. My room was a disaster. I was just overwhelmed. This was the time when I was with all the stress of the payroll and all that. I couldn't function. She came in and helped me function with professional organization. And when you're organized and your house is clean, it is a game changer in your mental health.
Right. I agree 100%. We are in a season right now that we've tried house cleaners. We've looked for them. We haven't found one. So we haven't found a good one in our budget that does what we need. So I've been doing it. And I keep telling my husband, like, that is something that makes me make more money. I am more productive when the house is clean and I don't have to spend you only have 100% of energy in a day, you know what I mean? And if you're spending 80% of that energy before you start to work, you can only give your energy like work 10% because you
Yeah.
still need to save 10% for dinner and bedtime and kids and after work. Um so it is something that, really is a good delegatable task. Like you have to find the things that you can delegate. Um and again, pay those people. Like
Yeah.
it feels like it's a lot, but you're also building small business. You're paying for someone else's kids to eat and go to school and have sports, and I love all of that. Because it's just money is cyclical. Like it comes to you, and if you hoard it all, that's you're not putting back out, and it will cycle back to you when you're doing the right things with it. So I do love all of that, but I think it is important to take things off your plate. If you are overwhelmed and stressed, even if you have to ask your kids, your husband, if you're not in a financial position to hire somebody right now, make that a goal. Like if a house cleaner costs $200 a month, even once a month, I need to sell $500 a month or whatever you want to do to make that happen. Make that a goal in your business and then go for it. Let everyone know, like, honey, you're cleaning the house until I make that extra money for the house. Like, get everyone on board, delegate tasks. Don't keep it all on you. As a woman, I feel like we have to do everything and keep it all together. And that's just not right. That just ain't it. Um, And I feel like, do you ever look at social media and like wonder how people look perfect all the time? is that just me?
No, no. So social media, everyone knows, is the highlight reel. Um, and we share our best moments, right? We share our best moments, our happy moments. And I think that's what it's for though. Um, but I don't think you need to put your therapy. I don't enjoy drama posts where someone, is going through divorce and whatever is talking, drama. We
Right.
don't need to know all
Blasting
that.
somebody else,
We don't,
the
yeah, we don't,
crying posts. I
yeah,
don't love the crying posts. Like if you can hit record, you're not that sad.
no. I don't enjoy drama at all in life in general, so I don't enjoy it online. So I do want to see people's highlight reels, and I understand it is their highlight reel. And I think if you do have a sad moment in life, that's okay to share, if something happens. But I just think drama, like, like I just instantly turn off, tune out, don't care. So I think it's okay to be sad. It's okay to share that. It's okay to be a highlight reel, because I think that's what social media is. My social media is always positive. Very rarely would I post something. When I went through my divorce, there were so many times I wanted to speak out, and I'm like, why? What? Just because you like need to say. No, I never once posted anything about my divorce online ever, because honestly, nobody cares. No, nobody
Right.
cares. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. So my friends were there for me, and they cared, and that's who you talk to, is your friends, and you confide in them. But there's no need to put it on social media.
Well, and everything you post comes back to you one day. Like
Oh
that's
yeah,
there forever. Even if you
yeah.
delete it, it's there forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um so like feelings change so much. Like when you're in the thick of a divorce, you feel one way, but 5 years down the road, you might feel differently.
I feel the same.
And one you do, but not everybody. But like when my parents got divorced, they hated each other and now they're decently friends. Like they wouldn't say the same things about each other that they
Right,
did
right, right, right.
mid-divorce.
Yeah,
And they would
yeah.
probably be mortified if they had social media back
Oh
then
yeah,
and posted the things that they actually thought, you know.
yeah,
But I just think perfectionism, like that keeping up with perfect and all of that, like you can have a highlight reel and still be real. You know what I mean? Like I think we post real things and that's what we're trying to do with this podcast too. And you'll see that in our social media, but we post real things and things that are hard. And we talk about things that other people might not talk about. But at the same time, like you can still keep it positive and happy, but you don't have to be fake all the time either. You don't have to pretend like your house is super clean when you have the crap pile in the corner or on the dining room table that everybody has,
yeah,
but like you just got to go through it, you know? And there's different levels too. Like if you are in the phase of multiple kids, babies, young, running around, soccer games, up at the school on the weekend, like during band season, I don't have weekends to clean. Um, it's just our house gets a little bit messy. But there's a difference between that and when I was single and lived by myself, there was really no excuse to have any mess because it was just me. You got to give yourself grace too. And like people live differently. You don't know how much help people have. You don't know, what they have just off screen. You don't know these things. So when you're looking at social media and trying to compare yourself or wondering like how do they keep it all together, just know that the camera is only this much of their life.
yes,
There's a
yes.
lot around it. So just know that. But Stacey, what is a moment that you just well, I guess you shared your divorce that you broke down and no one saw it online, but is there anything in business or that like you really broke down but nobody saw it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, all the time,
You're like every day.
every day. No,
I think when you first started real estate, probably.
well, yeah. When I first, well, not when I first started
Well,
real
not
estate.
real estate, but
When I first started working for a home builder that I worked for, I was at a community that was slow. I didn't know what I was doing. I was going through a breakup. Like you just name it. I was told I had precancer and I had to have a hysterectomy. Didn't share any of that online because, yeah. So I was just one, two, three, right? Of like job, health, love, boom, boom, boom. Like talk about. I literally cried every day to Kaitlyn. What, 2 months?
yeah.
Maybe
I would
three.
call in the morning and be like, "Hey," and she would be like, "Hi." Like,
I was a
and
mess.
Stacey is not a crier. And I just
No.
every day would be like, man, I don't know what to do to help her. Like, she's feeling it. But you still showed up. You
Yeah.
still had to post for Sparkles. You still had to post for Life.
Taylor Swift song "I Can Do It With a Broken Heart." That was the anthem for that season, and I had to get up. I had to show up. I had payroll. I had a new job. I was going through it. I was going through it, and did I not? I did not once post it online because again, I don't want to bring more attention to myself or try to be like, poor me. Oh, and when I say precancer, like I say precancer because I'm not a cancer survivor. They had precancerous cells. I had to have a hysterectomy. That was, and at the time we didn't know how bad it was. So the unknown, and then I had to wait for surgery for like 5 months. So that, when you don't have your health, you have nothing. So that stress on top of everything else, money, job, love, I mean, I went through it all in one. Like that time was probably one of the worst times of my life. I think it was
Yeah.
10 times worse than my divorce. And my divorce was pretty bad too. So getting through that, and that wasn't that long ago, by the way. That wasn't that long ago. It's like a year and a half ago. Year and a half ago. And that was definitely the worst time of my life. And it lasted about 3 months. About 3 months, and then it started
Yeah.
slowly getting better. So I didn't share it. A lot of people don't even know that, but now more people will know that because I don't want to be like, oh, I had precancer, because I think people throw around that cancer like, oh, I don't want to be known as a cancer survivor because I didn't go through radiation. I didn't go through any of that. But I did have to have a full hysterectomy because of it. But by the way, if you're needing one in my age group, get the hysterectomy. It's the best thing ever.
I
It's
know.
the
You
best
were
thing
all
ever.
nervous about it in the
I
beginning,
was.
and now
Oh my
literally
God.
she was like, she tells me every month when I'm like, ugh, I'm bleeding. She's like, I'm not. I love it. She's like, I haven't in months. It's
No,
great.
it's been a year and a half now. Yay. Yeah. So yeah. No, I think that was definitely the hardest time of my life. And here's the thing that I've learned is when you go through those hard seasons, that's when you grow. That's when you grow to a different person. I became a different person from those life experiences. So I wake up every day very grateful to be alive. I wake up every day happy. I'm not like shitty things are going to happen, but I'm not going to let it get me down. Like I'm just happy to be here. I
Mm-hmm.
had I had uh
Ooh.
I had two friends pass away recently, and one was from a heart attack, and he's in my age group, and then another one was an accident. But tomorrow's not promised, so life is stressful, and you just gotta chug your way through it and know that this is a growing lesson. It's a season for you, and that you will get through it. It will pass. This too shall pass.
Yeah, and it's the important word I think you use is seasons. Like life is so many different seasons, and they never last. Even the good ones, even the best ones, when you're in that, enjoy it because the
Yeah,
best seasons don't last either.
no,
And we're always in new challenges, ups and downs and goods and bads. And I think we need to not be guilty when we're in a great season. We need to enjoy it
yeah,
and
enjoy it.
shout it from the rooftops like my life is the best that it's been, and that's okay because we're all going to go through great seasons and bad seasons. So I think I think we feel guilty when we're in good seasons of life and try to hide it, but like don't. When you're
Enjoy
in
it.
a good season, and
Enjoy
if you
it.
have people around you that aren't going to be happy with you, like you need new people around you. You can't you need people that clap when you win and that wipe your tears when you cry. Like
Yeah,
you not just people that, are happy when you're sad because they're doing better than you. Like no. You need to shout when you win, which is nice. Uh I feel like for me, I've been able to connect with my audience really well on social media just by being vulnerable about things and talking about things. Um and I I'm a little bit Stacey used to be this way, but since leaving LuLaRoe, like I am on social media every day. I mean, I have a harder time hiding things sometimes because
yeah.
I'm on a live sale for 2 hours every night. So
I
like when I went,
have
go ahead.
have you ever cried? Have you ever cried after a live sale because you didn't sell enough?
I've never cried
I have.
because I didn't sell enough, but I've
I
been
have.
frustrated. I have been frustrated. Um, or I usually get in my head of like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And I think getting married to someone after doing this business for 8 years and kind of learning to stop saying that, to stop saying, what am I doing wrong? Um, and then getting married to someone that doesn't understand the business and who is more like analytical than I am. When I wouldn't sell something, he would say, well, what did you do different? What did you do like that you haven't done before? Or, and I'm like, I just learned to stop asking myself what I did wrong. So I can't have you ask me what I did wrong.
Right, right.
So that would get
Because
me upset.
you didn't do anything wrong.
Right. And now after 3 years of being together, like he's learning like you literally could do the same things twice in a row and one night have a great night and one night not. Like it is just what it is.
So just with that, a story from this weekend. I have partners at work, and he hasn't sold, and he's a top salesperson. He hasn't sold in like 6 weeks, and he's been very down. And I've had to like pep talk him and say, hey, it's not you. You just haven't had any good, good people come through, or, it just hasn't happened. You will sell something. I go, I know you're going to sell something because it's not you. Because he was getting down, right? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
He popped 2 cash sales yesterday, right? So
Yep.
his confidence went right back up, because he was so down. He was,
Mm-hmm.
and women, we do this too. You feel defeated. What am I doing wrong? Why hasn't it happened? What is it about me?
Mm-hmm.
It's normally not always about you. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
But normally it's just the timing hasn't happened. What's meant for you will come to you.
Right.
And I
All
was
the
so
time.
happy. I was so happy when he made those sales because you just saw his face light up, right? Like,
Right. Like sometimes you need those little wins.
yeah,
And what you did for him, like sometimes you need that person that encourages you that says like,
yeah,
you got this. Like it's not you. You got this. And
yeah,
luckily my husband has learned to be that person and not the person that's like, because in his mind he's like, how can I help her, like,
yeah,
okay, let's dissect this and see what little
right.
piece you're missing. And like I'm like, that does not help me right now. I was like, we can dissect it when I'm in a better mood, but not when I just got off the sale and I'm like annoyed that I didn't do well.
But you have had times in your business where you did have to make adjustments because things weren't working and you had to redo
Oh yeah,
things.
I'm in a season right now of that. Um, of coming out of the summer is always slow, and rebranding a little bit, and not that things aren't working when it comes to sales, but things aren't working when it comes to life. Like I'm working too much. And
Mm-hmm.
I waited 38 years to be married and have a family. And I'm very, very particular that that comes first for me right now. And I've really tried to put up that boundary in a lot of places,
That's
even when
great.
it was hard for me to say like, no, I have to put my family first. And I mean, until I turn 40, we are open to having a baby. So I'm trying to make sure that my life, that I don't have to change much, that I can still function the way that I'm functioning and be a good mom if that is my path. So I am in a season where I'm trying to pull back and do the same numbers and make the same income and pay our bills and pay off debt and get ready if we do have a baby. But I can't work that much. I can work that much. I don't want to work that much. I want to
Right.
show up to things. I want to put the
Yeah.
kids first. I want to show up for my stepkids. I want to, I like making dinner. I like having a clean house. Like I'm trying to put those things first. So that is a hard season of saying no to my best-selling live time because I have something with the kids and moving that around. So that is a season that I'm in right now.
Yeah, I think that women struggle with that, especially boss women. And, like, well, I have to work or how are we going to have money, you know? And I would say that's a hard, I've been in the season where I put work first before anything. I was in that season.
I think that's why I was single until I was 38
Yeah.
because I put work before anything
Yeah.
else.
And I think that goes back to our soft girl episode. If you didn't listen to it, listen to it. I think we
Mhm.
talked a little bit about this, but yourself is first. And then your family time should be number one, and then work in where work makes sense and into that schedule. But you
Mhm.
shouldn't miss games. You shouldn't miss practices or what, you know, whatever's important to your family. Like those kids remember if you're there or not. And maybe you can't
Right.
make every single one, but it should
Right.
be,
Once in a while,
yeah,
but
yeah, but it should be a priority, you know, in your life for that, I believe, just because your kids, that if you have them, they're they watch everything you do, and they're gonna understand sometimes if you can't make it, they get it, but like, you know, just trying to
right.
balance everything. It's just, you know, use a planner. I use a planner. You use a planner.
Yeah.
The old school, I carry it with me because I can't keep track of everything.
It's Monday morning and I haven't done my planner for the week and I'm
You
a
get
little
anxious,
like
anxious.
I'm like I don't know what's happening after we're done recording. I need to do that
I
planner.
know. I'm like, I need to look
Um
at that book.
but I think we get guilt too from working too much, working not enough. Like as women, I mean, I don't know about men. I don't know if they get that, but I know as women we do. Like there's a constant tension I feel like between like hustling and rest. Do you ever feel that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I always feel guilty. I am not a lazy person, and I really don't watch TV, as you know. I really don't
She
watch TV.
doesn't.
You asked me if I watched a show. No, I haven't. I don't. So I don't know really what I do when I get home, but I don't watch TV. I think it's TikTok. I
I
think I do
know. I was just gonna
it's
say
TikTok.
you scroll for a good 30 minutes.
I will say I fell asleep the other night watching Backstreet Boys live. I will say that. Like,
Well, I mean, you did see the
yeah,
concert, so.
I did. But yeah, I think you put in your calendar day off and then do like spa day, girl night out with the girls.
Hmm.
In fact tonight I'm going out with my girlfriends. We do like a monthly dinner, but it turns into like every
I
three
love it.
months. But because you know someone cancels or whatever. But yeah, we're doing a dinner tonight. So we've talked about that. Girl friendships are important. I'm doing a dinner tonight, so it'll be fun to see them. And then yeah,
I love that.
it is my day off from my job. But normally a realtor will call me and I have to go meet them, or you know, things
Hmm.
happen, but I don't have little kids waiting for me, so I my schedule's pretty open
Right.
on my
Well,
day off.
you did your time with the little kids.
I did.
You raised one. Um, but I think too, it's so important to schedule those in and like figuring out your a rest that fuels your soul. Like not TV doesn't fuel your soul,
No.
like, but I think that something um you got to find something restful that makes you happy, whether that's a spa day, whether that's hiking, going on a walk, whatever that is. Like you have to know yourself enough to know like that makes me happy. Like I really like reading. Like
That's
not
good.
I really like
Yeah.
reading like fiction books. And when I'm starting to get in a stressful, overwhelmed place, which I'm heading into right now, and this is me reminding myself as I'm talking, um, I need to start reading again. I haven't been reading at night. I've been scrolling on my phone, finishing up work. I really try not to work from bed. Like once I'm in bed, I'm done. But I've been in a busy season and I have been working. I get into bed with my husband. I'm on my phone working until he passes out, and then I pass out 30 minutes later. And that's not good. I don't like that. So I need to get in the season where like I put my phone down when I get into bed, read, relax. He's there like, and we just have that time to talk and just be just the two of us because we're with people all day long. And he works from home too.
I love that those moments at night where you can just talk to your partner.
Hmm.
Those are so special.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't scroll most of the day, so he'll scroll a little bit on TikTok. That's his TikTok time, and I read. But when I'm working, I don't have those moments of like stopping what I'm doing and chatting about something because I'm like, I just got to finish this. I just got to edit this video. I just got to do this. And if you work from your phone, I feel like it is a blessing and a curse because you literally can work 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be at a desk.
It's
You
hard to
can
shut
work all
off.
day.
It's hard to shut off.
Hmm. So just knowing those boundaries, and I have timers on my social media. I have my do not disturb, all of these different things where um I try to shut it off as much as I can. I delete Facebook from my phone a lot. And I'll only use it for my computer. Like I try because it can be so overwhelming to just be in contact with somebody all day long. It's
Yeah.
just it's just a lot.
I mean, you know, I get anxiety when I don't have my phone next to me. Like literally, where's my phone? I mean, the addiction to our phones is no joke. No
Mm-hmm.
joke. No joke.
Well,
And
especially
especially
when
because
you
we're
work and you're like,
social
I'm gonna miss
media.
something.
Yeah. Check an email. I mean, it's just it's no joke.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give yourself grace. Like life comes first. When you die, no one's going to be like, well, maybe they will. But the main poster that I want above my head is not she was such a great worker. Like,
Right.
I want people to be like, she always showed up for me, or I loved going out to lunch with her, or not just, she always worked. She was such a hustler. Like, I did an activity a couple years ago where I asked people, my therapist actually told me this on social media, to write like something, when you think of me, what are 3 adjectives, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
that you think of. And everybody wrote hard worker, like any 90% of the adjectives were about working. And he was like, so what does that tell you about yourself? And I was like, okay. Like, there was no really, maybe 1 or 2 people said a good friend. Like, it was mostly about like determination, work, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so that's who I am. And I don't want to be that. I want to be a person before a hard worker.
If I did the same post, I think people would probably put the same thing right now. Because all I post is real estate, real estate, real estate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might work for you, but it didn't work for me. I
Yeah.
didn't. I pulled back. I tried to change a lot of things since then, and I will tell you, I'm a lot happier now. I got married. I have stepkid. Like, my life is. I got a cat who changed the world for me.
Oh, Hanky.
Um,
You gotta bring Hanky on one time.
I should. I have 2 cats, but Hanky is really my soulmate.
I told her when I first went to her place in Nashville, I said, Kaitlyn, you need a cat. She's like, I don't want no cat. I'm like, you need a cat.
I was like, absolutely
She's
not. I'm
like,
not a cat
I'm
person.
not getting a cat.
Now I even have this on my desk.
Oh, see, we'll have maybe we'll have an episode about pets and
Oh, that would be
how
fun.
Hank showed you how to love, because that's
He
that
did. He opened up my heart
he did. Little Hanky. Yeah.
and made me responsible for something other than myself.
Yeah.
Like, that was the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time, like, I had to stop working to feed Hank.
Yeah.
I didn't stop working to feed me. I stopped working so I could go feed Hank and
Yeah.
play with him because he was bored.
Now they would say cat lover on your adjectives.
100%. Yeah. I might do that activity today.
Yeah. Cat
And we'll see.
lover.
I
Crazy cat
mean,
lady.
yeah. Yes, I get things in the mail
From
from
cats.
friends.
About
Cat
cats.
lady, crazy cat lady. I love cats.
Oh, that's funny.
Specifically orange cats.
Yes.
Big fat
Well,
orange cats.
Well, this conversation was needed. If you're listening and thinking, wow, it's not just me, no, we're right there with you. We're having a conversation today in our lounge where thousands of women feel the same. If you've not just joined, make sure you join our lounge where we talk about in our Facebook group these topics, and you can connect with our community so we can talk about, maybe what are your adjectives? That'd be a good post. What are your adjectives if someone
Oh,
described you?
yeah.
What do you think they'd say? Because when you said that, I'm like, oh, I think people would say the same thing about me. Hustler, hard worker, you know. So, anyways,
Sparkle. I feel like sparkle would come up in
sparkle,
pink.
yeah, sparkle pink, yeah.
But listen, if you have ever cried between Zoom calls, hid in a bathroom just to breathe, or just, I mean, for Stacey and I, we both like car cries.
Yeah.
So if you have ever cried in your car on the way to work, home from work, or on a break, just comment on our Instagram the word same, because we need to know that you're here with us.
Yes.
No judgment, just a lot of solidarity, virtual hugs, and other women just supporting each other that are coming your way. We want to connect on our socials because this is a topic that sometimes we feel very isolated and alone in, and we want you to know that you are not alone.
Correct. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, share this episode with a friend that maybe is a business owner and feels maybe isolated with some of their issues. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.